Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a daily Forex analysis with me, or George, you can call it. So, how you guys doing? I hope you're doing very well and you had a good start of the day, depending where you are. And so we are back for another daily Forex analysis, or live Forex analysis, should I say, for today. I already pre-selected. So I pre-selected 5 currencies, and I'm gonna go through with this kind of one by one. And of course, you can ask questions and have a request any other currency analysis you want. Just let me know in the chat box on your right hand side. Then I'll be coming back and addressing your requests or questions slightly later on. So I'm gonna start with jumping in and start with analyzing Euro against USD. I've been looking at this one for a number of hours now for the Euro USD, and I was hoping for this one to push a little bit higher, but now I did not really do that, and now it's pushing and now it's going down. So I was hoping for the price to push at, I think it was 112.70 at that time when the price was around the 55 zone, but now it's went quite low. So let's start analyzing. If you know me, you know that I do a top-down approach, starting from the higher time frames and going down to short time frames. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So we're starting with the daily time frame to have a bit of a wider picture, and then gonna go lower and look at the shorter time frames. Okay, so day time frame first, we can see the price tested this trend line, or it formed already a trend line, should I say, and it's already had this reaction when the price came up and tested this daily resistance, and we put this nice bearish candle yesterday. Now the price is sort of still, in terms of the daily time frame, it looks like it's maybe undecided, but we have this support level the price is at the moment. Let's go to 4-hour time frame to have a bit of a sort of a clearer picture. Yeah, so we have this nice rundown since yesterday, and I'm looking for the price to potentially to make its way down to 112.07. So it's around this area. So we have this number of price action going on. So that will be the potential for the first target, but I do want to see a bit of a retracement on this one. As I said, I was looking for this one to retrace at 112.70, but it has not done that. It might do in the next couple of hours, or if it's gonna start falling, then I need to reanalyze and have a look at it. So we're gonna see. So far, I'm waiting for this one. The price will do it. If it's gonna start breaking down and go, to start collapsing down there, then I need to reanalyze and sort of apply a different strategy on this one. But if it's going to start pulling back up somewhere around that 70 zone, it's about 30 pips. It's not too far, but obviously we're talking about in terms of the Euro USD. So this is going to be on the waiting list, but on a bigger view, I'm looking for the short. So the 1-hour time frame, we get this nice down bar, and potentially it's pushing. Yeah, it's pushing higher, but I do want to see a bit more on this one to push higher. Maybe it will come up at 55. I will see how it's going to go in the next next hours. So it depends how it's going to come up or if it's going to go down. So this is on a waiting list, but I'm observing this Euro USD quite aggressively, should I say. So that could be potentially for the trade on this one in the next couple of hours. Okay, let's jump into the next one, which is Gbpusd. Again, Gbpusd. They have a positive correlation of these three, which one? Euro USD, British Pounds USD, and New Zealand USD. They have a positive correlation, and Usdcad has a negative correlation between these three. So generally, they do they move together, these three, and that one USD card moves against them, so opposite direction. Okay, so if we take one on let's say the Gbpusd, then we're not gonna take like a Euro USD in the same direction, because that would be pretty much increasing our risk. So okay, pretty much the same picture. Let's go to 4-hour time frame. Yeah, on the 4-hour time frame, this one is going in a choppy range. So the price came down to this support level. We have this support level in here. It's in this choppy range up here. So it tested the support and it's gone to this chop fest. So with the 1-hour time frame, yes, it's very choppy right now. My view would be on the short side, same as on the other pair, the Euro USD. But Euro USD looking better than the cable. Euro USD is not chopping as much as the British pounds USD, so this is going to be on hold too. Probably more likely I'm going to trade the Euro USD than the GBP USD. The price already tested this little resistance up here, maybe. And maybe we'll continue to test this trend line again, and then before it decides to fall down. So we're gonna see how it's gonna go. Yeah, this one's gonna be on a waiting, so it's not really doing much at the moment. So we will see if that's gonna go push higher or it's gonna start closing down. But my view is more onto the Euro USD rather than GBP USD. So let's see what's gonna do. Okay, let's move to the next one, which is New Zealand dollar USD. NZD USD. Okay, let's go to NZD USD. Let's go to the daily time frame first. Okay, this one looking. Let me draw this trend line here. This trend line in place, similar to the other ones. Yeah, on the NZD USD, we had this. You see that the price. Let me just go closer. If you look at in here, the price closed down here, but then we had this gap over the weekend. So the price opened and then started to go up. So this gap, I don't like this gap, so it makes it a bit complicated when it comes to the target. You can say that we can use this one as a target because we also have the spike, but this is sort of the buy open, so it's open, it pretty much started to go up. So let's see, let's go to the short time frames, check out the 4-hourly and then 1-hourly time frame. Okay. Yeah, I would say this one looking better than the cable, the British pounds USD. Yeah, I've been monitoring the NZD USD yesterday as well, but it just did not retrace enough, so just left it alone. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to be opportunities to. There's going to be opportunities to trade this. Let's see. So this one already has this resistance level. Maybe we'll push. This one could be a good one. 64.50. No, it's 64.70 again. Quite a decent one. Yeah, I'm gonna be more observant on this. We're gonna see what it's gonna do. So our potential for the target is a 68.85. So this one has to retrace. Otherwise, no point of putting trade because the risk was not gonna work out. So it has to retrace. Let me see on the daily time frame. See what we have on there. 2. 66 is too far. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching this one for now. I don't see see until the price starts retracing, and how it's going to retrace is another story. Then we're gonna have some potential to trade. So as I said, the target is down at 85, so that gives us, it's only about 30 pips away from the targets, not too far. So that's why we need the retracement, and we're gonna use about 10, probably on this one's gonna be about 10-15 pips. So we need to have that risk reward on our side, because you need to always have a look at the longer view and a long-term view, rather than just like, oh, I want to catch this trade. That will be the impulsive trading. So you always have to keep in mind then how this trade makes a difference in the next 100 trades, and the chances are it doesn't really make such a big difference. Obviously, if you manage your risk, so then it doesn't really make such a big difference. So every time I take the trade, I think that, okay, if I feel that, okay, I want to jump into this trade and I see that the emotions maybe kind of starting to kick in, then I take this step back and I say, okay, does it really matter to catch this trade in the next 100 trades? And the answer is no, because one trade in the next 100 trades doesn't really make a big difference if you manage your risk. So again, this one is going to be on a waiting list, same as the other pairs. More of a hope is on the Euro USD. That we're looking for the best out of these two. Okay, let's go to Usdcad. See, I already had a look at all these currencies. Usdcad is decent as well, but obviously on the upside, because they have a negative correlation between the three pairs I just mentioned and the Usdcad. Ooh, we have this daily trend line up here. Let me stretch this somewhere around here. Yeah, looks like the price is making its way to this trend line for now, the way it looks like. Let me see a weekly time frame quickly. Okay, I see a potential swing on this one too. Okay, well, it doesn't look good. Wow, the way it looks like just in a monthly time frame. I'm just looking for now. I'm just looking for a swing term view, because I spotted something on a weekly time frame and could be a potential for the trade. But if we look at the monthly time frame, we have this. I have this horizontal line in here, this red line, if you see it, and the price is coming all the way back up. So you can see that the spike down here, the price made its way down all the way this far, and now it's retracing. And the way it looks like, it's probably gonna close above this horizontal line. So it's about 136.60, and yeah, funny enough, but on a weekly time frames it does. Yeah, on a weekly time frames does really looking good in terms of the swing trades. So that could be for the next week. So stay tuned on that next week. I don't think it's going to happen this week, because I definitely want to see more downside. Okay, let's go to the day trade potentials on this one. Okay, daily time frame looking up. Let me see what is the spike. 36.85 roughly. 36.85. That's a good amount of pips. Let's go to 4-hour time frame and then drill it to yeah, 36.85. And then you got the trend line, 700. Yeah, this one looking pretty good for the long. Yeah, this one looking good for the long trades. Let me see. Again, we need the pullback. We need this pullback. We have this trend line too, which has broke. It's been broken. Okay, let's get rid of that trend line. Yeah, I'm just thinking how we're going to trade this. Either jump in. Okay, so it's coming up to. We have this 1 hourly high as well. There's quite a bit of resistance, and yeah, the way it looks like, as I said, it makes its way up to this trend line. I just want to have that a little bit of retracement, and I would get onto this. So for now, it's up here. Let's see if it comes down to 50. 54. Let's see, 54. About 54. 54. 20 pips. 20 pips would be good on that. 54, but then we need to run it. Okay, this again, this is weight. The weight a bit on that. The price came up to this 4 hourly resistance. Hopefully, it will have some sort of a reaction, and then after that, if it makes its way bit down, then we can use this pullback as to get onto the long side and potentially ride either up to this spike high or up to this trend line, depending on how long it's going to take to do that. So if it's going to go like this, then it's going to take it's going to be the same level as the trend line. So we're going to see what it's going to do. So far, Usdcad and Euro USD looking pretty good. I would say Usdcad looking better than the other pairs I just mentioned it in here. Obviously, if we take the Euro USD, we're not going to take the Usdcad. They have a negative correlation, so if you get the Euro USD on the short side, then that means that the Usdcad is going to go to the long side. So we're going to see and wait. And yeah, I'll be mentioning on my Discord channel. So if you're not joined on that one, you can feel free to join, and it's free. So, oops, wrong one. Let's jump into the USD Japanese yen. USD Japanese yen is starting moving down, but it's kind of okay. So make its way all the way up to, let's go to daily time frame. Yeah, the USD Japanese yen, it looked like it had a move. Was it yesterday, day before, and closed pretty ugly, and then yesterday it came all the way back up after testing this daily low in here. So it's coming back up. Let's go to 4-hour time frame. Okay, 4-hour time frame, it came up and tested this 4-hourly resistance level. So now it's sitting on this so it's the same level as this one. So it's sitting on this resistance level, and now we're gonna see, because we are sitting on this range. Let me just draw this. So we're sitting on this range. There could be, we can also play it up to this next resistance, and then potentially maybe when it starts breaking and go higher, or if it's going to start going down, there could be another opportunity for this sell. So it's now the decision point for the price, what it will do. If it's going to start going up and show some strength, then obviously 107.48. Actually, we've got another resistance down here. Okay, 107.40 will be the next area for the resistance up to this level, and there will be also the take profit area. However, if it's going to start breaking down, then we're going to have a look, because we've got the multiple. The one in here is another one down here, and the main one is down here. So there's quite a few, and we are in a choppy range. So I would leave this one alone for now. You know, it's coming down on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I would leave this one alone for now. We'll see how it's gonna go. yeah, let's stick with the USDcad or Euro USD for now, and if I see any opportunities, then obviously I will be mentioning it, but for now it doesn't really look that yeah, I'll leave this one alone for now. Do we have any other one left? I think I already analyzed. Is Japanese yen? Okay, Herbert, hello Herbert, welcome back. So for now, we are on a waiting list. News. Okay. Oh yeah, in terms of the news, thanks to my Emily, assistant / girlfriend, yeah, she just reminded me about the news. Yeah, for the news wise, we don't have anything significant out today, so no key news today. Today and tomorrow as well, we don't have anything significant out, so we're clear pretty much to trade as we go by. So nothing significant. We have this 130, which is a medium impact. Generally, does not create too much volatility. So we got unemployment claims. Wait, unemployment claims doesn't really affect it, but it's an orange. Generally, that one is on a red one, but because this is unemployment insurance. Okay, that's one less. Okay. Yes, nothing for the key news out today and also tomorrow. So we're pretty clear. This medium impacts, it can have a blip, like a very mild reaction. It can have like maybe 5-10 pips reaction, but generally doesn't create too much of volatility. So yes, nothing to worry about in terms of the news for today. Oops. Okay, so what we got? No news, good news. Yeah, true. No news is good news. Though sometimes when we go into the choppy markets, we need that news. But for now, it doesn't look too bad. The last week was not that good. At least for me, it was pretty. But this week is okay. So we will see. We shall see. So I did analyze about these 5 currency pairs for now. So if you got any requests, let me know in the chat. Which one should we have a look? Let me have a look at again back to the USD. Oops, Usdcad just to. The retracement point 36.27. Yeah, all this one might take the time to trade till like on the New York session time, so we will see. So New York session in the UK is 1 p.m. It's 1 or 12? No, 1 p.m. No, it's 1 p.m. So we're gonna see how it's gonna do really. But the main was the Usdcad and Euro USD. This is the 2 ones I'm watching because they look like they might set up for the trade. So we're gonna see if they will or not. Okay, so I covered most of my care about Euro USD views. Yeah, Euro USD I already analyzed on that. For now, yeah, Euro USD is on a waiting, so we're gonna wait. My main view on that one is the short side on the Euro USD, but we need to wait a bit longer and see how the. We're just waiting for the setup really, how the price gonna do. And the same the Usdcad. It's on the setup. I just want that retracement, which sometimes never happens. Okay. $56. Yeah, so this is on a waiting list. So far it's going good. Unless the price starts aggressively breaking down, then can sort of jump in. But for now, let's wait on the USD. I think today USD good to sell. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on the sell. But it depends coming to your strategy. My strategy is on the pullbacks, so I like the pullbacks. So that's what I'm waiting. So I'm waiting for now for the price to pull back, and then I will be getting onto the sell side for the potential. I did mention is on a 1207 in terms of the first target, and then the second one is going to be more likely down at about 111.90 zone. But yeah, direction is towards sell, of course, because the price is going down. To around about 111.80 area. This zone. Let me see on the daily. I don't really want to push it too far because on a daily time frame, it's not like we have a clear trend that the price is going down. First of all, we have this strong upside, even though it looks like that maybe the price is already finished with the uptrend. Yeah, could be, but we are still having these strong moves up here and up here. So I don't want to push it too far, so the price can get to the certain support level, and it could be easily be a 4-hourly time frame, and then it can turn around and go up. So that's why I don't want to push it too far away. So for instance, yeah, 111.80 should be fine, but generally this low, I do not like this low. So 111.80, so that's why I would have probably left it 111.90 or 92. That's the maximum I would leave it for now. And then after, if I see the price breaking its lows and pushing hours down, then there will be a different story. That will be a more aggressive selling. But for now, we can divide this into the two targets, as I said, 112.07 and the other one at 111.92. So down at this level, and the other one is where is it? The other one is around this level, somewhere on that level. And then if it's gonna start breaking this one, then we're gonna look for more downside. So it's the 111.75. Let's go to daily time frame. Yeah, so 111.75. Yeah, if the price starts breaking this level, then we'll be pretty much very aggressively we're gonna start selling, but we're gonna see for now because it has not done that. And then price can be very unpredictable. Yeah, but we need that pullback because the price is very close to our targets. At least for the first one, the 07 is pretty close, and the other one is 92. It's a bit further away, about 45 pips. But we need. I want that pullback anyway. So now this Forex markets need a wait and see approach cautions. Yeah, a lot of the times. Why am I trading Nasdaq and Dow mostly these days? Yeah. Yeah, the Dow, not Dow, the Dow or Nasdaq, the one that has lost quite a. I think it's Dow Jones and Nasdaq. It's one of them. They lost. They had nice moves, but I don't trade them, so I just left it alone. I'm pretty happy with the Forex. They just gives me enough opportunities to trade. Of course, we have the times where it's not moving. Generally, this is the summer times, so but that gives me the time to do other things, so I'm happy with that. Waiting game, yes, when it comes to trading, we have loads of waiting game. Chupomeka, hello, welcome back. Chupomeka. Oisin, hello. Trading just be in the market always ends bad for me. So Oisin say trading just to be in the market always ends bad for me. Yeah, that's why we need to have a plan. So when you get into the markets, you know. I put this interesting article in here, which I found it. This one here, I posted on the Discord channel. I think is very, very true. I knew that obviously just come across on there by the email. I think it was the Quora. So you get that sort of notification emails. People ask whatever the questions asked. There was like one of the answers the guy asked. I think this is like a shorter version of that. The answer was just too big, so I just cut out the interesting parts. I think someone asked like how much you make every month or something like that, and so the trader guy, whoever that, I can't remember the name of the guy, he has said it's like a very big question. I find this one is pretty good, and I think it would be good to post it on my Discord channel because it's very very true. It's you need to control. You need to focus on what you control rather than just for the market to because we can't control the markets, and I think this is helpful. Most of you probably already know that, but it's still good to have as a reminder. Then for that, reminder is good. Okay, what's in trading just to be in the market? Yeah, trading just to be in the market, that's normally happens when it boards, and yeah, trading, it can be very boring. So when you are very bored, you want to be in the markets because you want the part of the excitement. That's when the most traders go and you make the mistakes to look for that excitement parts. So always follow your plan. Should we have? Oh, let's have a look at the gold actually. So let's have a look at the gold. Gold, we're looking, yeah, gold. So we had, let's go to daily time frame. I'm looking at the gold as well. It does look interesting. I was looking for the price to come down as around 17. It's about 1749 to 50 zone, and we can see the price. Okay, let's go to 4 hour. Looks better than on the daily time frame. Yeah, the price came down and sort of like air kissed that zone. It's a few pips away, so it just came down and air kissed it. So I was looking for the price to come down at this 4 hour low. So it's about 1749.43. So around this level. So I was looking for this level for the price to come down, but then it almost got there, like 3-4 pips away, kind of air kissed it, and then went all the way back up, and we closed as the sort of a hammer candle. So I do want to now wait a bit longer. If the price eventually, I don't know, maybe it will decide to come down at this level, and there could be the potential to trade towards upside. Oops, excuse my drawing. Yeah, so I'm looking for the upside on this one, and target is a monthly high. So we see, hopefully we're gonna get the trades. If the price starts moving up aggressively, then we just do, which I don't want to do, like getting into the trade to jump in. But if it starts moving aggressively, then that's what we're gonna do. Generally, when the price starts moving aggressively, the reason why I do not like it, because it limits drastically the risk rewards. Because when you, let's say, if the price, for instance, if the price made this sort of candle, for instance, right now, then it will be a good sign to buy on the break of this 4 hour high, daily high as well. But then if we look at this in terms of the stop loss, then the good place to put the stop loss is down here, and then we can see that it's greatly, when you put the stop loss down here, and then whatever, if the target is up to this level, it has a big effect in terms of the risk reward. So That's why I like when the price has the pullback, then we can use whatever, let's say we get into here, and then we can use very tight stop loss, and then target is around here, then it's very good risk reward on that. So that's why I prefer for the pullback to get onto the pullback. But the downside of that one is that you can end up missing on the trade, and the markets might not even look back and just continue to go whatever direction is going. So that's the downside of the pullback strategy. But over the long run, the pullback strategy is pretty good. I personally like it, but there are times I use the buying on the breakout trades. There are some breakout trades where you can have a very good stop loss and just get onto the breakout. There could be some, not in the gold case for now, because it only had a retracement. But there are cases where you can get onto the breakouts and you have a very tight stop loss. According to the technicals, obviously, I mean, you can just jump in and have a 5-pip stop loss, but I'm talking about in terms of the technical analysis, because we generally place the stop loss some like below or above a significant level, or at least some significant level. So if you, let's say, if the price breaks this, so let's just imitate again. So if the price comes up here and you just go in here and put the stop loss down at this level, then that will not really justify in terms of the technicals that the place of this stop loss is good, because in terms of the technical, this area is just the area. You just put the stop loss just because you wanted to have a, let's say, 5 or 10 pip stop loss. So the obvious area would be either at least down at this level, or ideally this level. So yeah, just as an example. Again, so I'm watching this one, the gold as well, what it's going to do. Ideally, will retrace, come down around this level. Probably the next, I don't know, couple of hours. It could take the entire day to get down to this level, or if the price starts shooting up, then I'm gonna analyze and look for the strategy to or the ways to getting onto the trade and use the to have a good risk reward. Because risk reward is what makes money. Yeah, so that's a gold view on that. Yeah, today the chart is pretty quiet for some reason. Yesterday we were active yesterday. Today is pretty quiet. And quite a few people watching still. Okay, so that's six currencies. Oh yeah, so we got this Discord channel as well. If you want to join it, the link is in. Emily already posted the link in here, so you can join through that, or the link's gonna be in the description as well. Oh yeah, and one thing is, don't forget to smash the like on this video, guys, please. It does help a lot my channel. So if you want to support me, that's how you can do it. So all the free content I put out, but that's the one thing I would ask you to do, which is the like, smashing the like on this video. How are your trading, guys, going so far for this week? We've been already a couple of, was it Thursday today, so it's been 3 days. So how is your trading, guys, going? How did you find it? A market for this week, is it good or pretty quiet? I personally think it's okay. Definitely not the best one, but I think it's okay. It's better than the last week. That's my sort of a personal view. Let me know what you think in the comments. This one is showing up again. So this one's from T. Let's go Eurusd. So let's Aussie said, could you please look at the British pounds Aussie? Yeah, sure, I can have, not a problem. Let's have a look at the GBP and Aussie. OD. Let's go to Forex and jump in. Okay, jump into daily time frame. Yeah, GBP Aussie looks very flat for now. This is again on the waiting game. Yeah, it looks very flat in terms of the short time frame, at least. Yeah, in terms of the day trade, I would not touch this one. In terms of the day trade, it's very rangy and it doesn't really show where the price is going. So I would leave this one alone. In terms of the day trade, you can see this this pattern here. It doesn't look pretty good, and also in the higher time frame, it does not really look good. This candles in here. Very taily, very spiky. So look at this, very tails all over the place. It doesn't really show the direction. Okay, we have like the main one is towards the downside in terms of the trends, but the trend looking like maybe it's finished. However, in terms of the swing, yeah, in terms of the swing, there could be potential, but it's not gonna set up yet. Yeah, this is for now. This is untradeable at the moment. This is gonna be more likely the next week, and the only thing I see is for maybe the potential for a swing trade, but it still has to do quite a lot of work before it sets up. It's very spiky, very taily, and for now it's not really showing that direction. Obviously we have the trend which is downside, that's the main one, but the price for the last couple of days, it doesn't really show much around. So this is daily time frame, and this is what the prices look like at the moment. So the price came at this support level. It took out the support level, but it's not really doing much at the moment. So until the price starts moving either up or downside, then we're gonna after that we can have a look at it in terms of to trade this. But for now, we're gonna leave it alone. Yeah, could be potential for the swing. We will see. Probably next week rather than this week. There's actually a couple of few trades looking for maybe for the swing. The Usdcad is one of them, and I think British pounds, Japanese yen is the other one as well. So there's quite a few of them looking for this potential for the swing. But in terms of day trade, I will leave this one alone. Yeah. Funny. Yeah, Emily's sitting on the left hand side. You don't see that, but I can see what she's doing, so I'm just looking what she was doing, what she was watching. Thanks, a few pairs are hovering around the same area, just the same. Yeah, I mean the ones they have a high correlation most likely in the same spots. So we already analyzed quite a few as well. Yeah, there's a lot of pairs they have a high correlation, so it's not surprising me to see that they are doing pretty much the same thing as the other pairs as well. So yeah, a lot of the last week was pretty flat-ish. This week is starting to move. We're gonna see what's gonna be next week. Let's go to the Eurusd again. Just briefly have a look. What is it doing? 44. Okay. Oh, doing this tail. Yeah, price likes leaving these tails for this week. I find it. They all like to leave these tails. Look at this tail. Okay, it hasn't closed yet, but in 15 minutes it's gonna close. These very taily markets. Yeah, let's see what's gonna do. I still have hopes on either Usdcad or Eurusd if they're gonna set up at some point. Yeah, as I said, maybe it's gonna be on a New York session, or I don't know, because tomorrow is Friday, and yeah, if nothing happens by that time, I don't know. The Friday generally happens to be a quiet one, so if we already sort of quiet markets, and then Friday is going to be probably even more quiet. And we don't have any news out tomorrow either, any significant news tomorrow. So hopefully we're going to see some good moves today, at least after the New York session is open at 1 p.m. UK time if you live in the UK. Then yeah, I trade on New York session, but only sort of like the less than a half of the I do from the opening for the couple of hours, and then I'll leave it alone. So from 1 p.m. UK time to up until 4 p.m. So about 3 hours, I would say. And then if I see some potential and something going on, then I can put the limit order and leave it alone. Because generally I do go to sleep and I get up very early as well. So yeah. So my main trading session is UK, pretty much a full UK session from 8 a.m. to what about like 4 p.m. Yeah, like quarter of the New York session, and I do sometimes the Asian session as well. Generally, Asian session is not big, not huge moves on the Asian sessions. Depends. It could be, but generally on the UK session and New York session, mainly UK session, I would say, goes like 60, 20, 20, something like that. Yeah, 60% is a UK session, 20% on the New York session, and 20% on the Asian session. Yeah, taily. Yeah, before we're gonna close like this taily, then we might see some good retracement. Maybe there's a hope for that 70 zone. Yeah, the 70 zone, which I was originally looking at, 112.70 zone. Yeah, could be. So depending on how this 4-hour candle is going to close. So if it's going to close with this long tail, then probably the price will come up, maybe test this high in here, maybe up to this level, and then continue to down. Ideally, that's what I'm looking at right now. So ideally the price will come up and test this zone, one of these 4-hourly highs, and then have this downwards spiral. So we'll see. We shall see what's happening. Okay, so back to chat. Quiet. What's going on? So we had Herbert and Oisin. So we had Herbert and Oisin had said hello, but the rest of them are is watching. Okay, there it is. Yeah, the quiet one. Yeah, it's funny when you get used to it. So like yesterday was pretty the busier one than what we're seeing today in terms of the chart. So I stayed in the full 1.5 hours, and probably could have stayed longer than that because the chart was pretty busy. But then we get the days where it gets pretty chilled. Like today, we are seeing like today. But yeah, people have their work and all that to understand that. Yeah, if you're new to this channel, make sure to smash the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I do upload regular content on my YouTube channel, as well as you can join our Discord channel, which is a link in the description, as well as Emily posted in the chat, so you can feel. So they're all free on. Yes, I put out all this free content. And I know some of you follow me on social medias as well, not the YouTube, but the Instagram and the Twitter. I do update Twitter, but in terms of the sort of advertise on the Twitter, but Instagram I have not updated for quite some time, but I'm working on it, so I'm kind of putting the plan together for the consistent uploads. So I'm working on it, and then soon I will be start uploading on Instagram too. That link is also in the description, as well as on the cover, I think, on the YouTube, so my main boards on that. So yeah. No, I did not see that already. Thank you, Emily. Let's give about a few more minutes to see what's happening, because I've covered quite a few things already. So. That's good you don't see anything, right? That's good you don't see guys behind the scenes. Okay, what is it? Suggestion the audio stream's current bitrate is lower than recommended bitrate. We recommend that use an audio stream. Okay, let me just press. Oops. Okay, the audio stream is healthy. It says in here it's healthy, so what's the problem? I don't think what's the problem. Yes. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, this is one I want to have a look at as well. Aussie USD. Let's have a look at the Aussie USD. So this is another positive correlated currency. The ones that are not the first three. Wow, looks very similar. Okay, I don't think there's nothing going on in terms of. Yeah, very similar pictures. Looks actually more ugly than Euro USD and Gbp USD. Yeah, very flat. So in terms of the USD, I would leave this one alone. This is very spiky too. Look at the spikes. Look at the spikes. Spike. And here too. Yeah, this one is also my tradable. Yeah, a lot of patience. There's a lot of patience game this week. Sitting and waiting, sitting on your hands and waiting. Oh, hello, Chris. Welcome back. Long time no see. I had wait for money from Aussie before I done any hello and Emily and wait for money. I had to wait for money from Aussie before I done any trades. Our markets look flat though, so I do not think I'll miss much. Yeah, Chris, you have not really missed much. We're pretty flat this week as well. So you haven't really missed much. We also the times where it started to move that that gives you a hope then the market is might gonna do something, but then you just like return to the back to sort of a normal state of it. So yeah, I have not hasn't really done much. So I'm hoping maybe it will do something today, because if I did say if today nothing is going to happen, if the market's not going to move, then unlikely it's going to happen tomorrow on a Friday, because as we know, it's Friday is generally a quieter one. Okay, this one pushed a little bit lower. We'll see, maybe on a New York session it will start to do something on a New York session. It's a couple of hours before the New York session is open. Been a while. It's funny. That's fun to work. It's fun to work with your partner. Yeah. If some of you wondering if she's also a trader or if she trades the markets, no, she does not trade the markets. She's not related in any way in terms of the trading of the markets. So she's just helping me out with to manage the questions and everything organized and all that. But yeah, she's not trader. She's not trading like I do. Well, she's not trading at all, actually. So her spectrum, her backgrounds. So in terms of that, is more about the relationships. So not trading. So I'm on the trading, and yeah, the expertise. Her expertise is on relationships. So and mine is on trading. Okay, we are 1 hour in now. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any currency stone. Oh, let me. I just remember. Gbpusd. I want to have a look at this one again. Yeah, flats. Yeah, apart from the potential swing, which I said I did mention a few days ago, there could be for the next week, it's not really going on in terms of the in terms of the trading. Pretty much looking very similar across the board on the different currency pairs. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. Yeah, look at this ugly candles. Yeah, we are. I think traders are getting desperate for the volatility now, because it's starting to get sleepy, I guess. Yeah, it takes a tremendous amount of patience to when it comes to trading, especially on the summertime. Summertime is the generally the worst one in terms of the market volatility. Because in the summertime, that's when it starts to die down, and That's where the most people go on holidays and all that, and from the big corporations as well. They are. So that's why it's a lack of liquidity, volatility. So, but as I said, it's a great time to practice your patience, and especially if you're a new trader. I know, like a lot of you say, oh, it's not like good time to start trading, or this is the worst time to start trading because the markets are not really moving much and all of that. It could be some degree of truth to that, but it's never going to be the best time to start. There's always something going to be not okay, maybe not happy about it. So the best thing to do is just start, and yeah, in this type of market conditions, which is not really market, is not moving much, is you can practice your patience and backtest a lot. This is the time I do a lot of backtesting. I've been doing a lot of backtesting lately, and I still have a lot to do, and it does takes a lot of focus when you do a backtesting. Loads of focus when you do the backtesting, and when you have the markets like this one where they're not really moving much, like we're seeing at the moment, is the best time to do a backtesting, because you just look at the charts and it's like, okay, it's not really doing much, and if the then you start mapping out, okay, if the price goes to whatever the certain level, for instance, if the price comes up to, let's say, this level, then I will be looking at this for the potential trades. But until it does that, then I can do my own thing, for example, backtesting. So, and you can always put the the alert. So put the alert, and when the price, in case if you're afraid of missing it, so you can always put the alerts, and then when the price goes to that level, then it will notify you to, okay, the price on that level, so now I'm going to have a look at the potential for the trade. It just, I know that the traders, new traders, they want to be in the trade, so that becomes a problem when you just like, oh, I want to be on the trade, and I want to be the part of the excitement. So yeah, the patience is not. You need to master it. You need to practice and master the patience. Then the pay is good in terms of the, not the money, but well, in terms of the money as well, but in terms of the patience, it's going to go for the long way. I think there's another quote from the Warren Buffett: "Invest in yourself, that will pay the best interest," and I think that is very damn true. So in terms of, I don't mean like investing in terms of the money, but investing into your knowledge, the books. I do want to empathize on books. The books can be a very good source of knowledge, as well as like YouTube is a very good, I think it's a very good platform to acquire a lot of knowledge, but you need to know how to filter the because there's a lot of crap out there as well, so you need to be also good at filtering out the rubbish and kind of tuning into the good stuff. And if you're not sure, then the books are the great way to acquire knowledge. That's why Warren Buffett is one of the like wealthiest men in the world. I think number 3 now or 4, I'm not sure. But yeah, he reads like 5 hours a day. That's insane. I'm not even reading 5 hours a day, but I do read every day. I do read at least 20 minutes to half an hour in terms of the reading, and then I do have an audiobook. So when I hit the gym, then I do cardio about 20 minutes to half an hour, and that's where I read. That's where I listen to books. Oh, hello, Saish. Saish, Euro NZD, George. Okay, let's have a look. Euro NZD. Euro NZD. USD, USD, let's probably NZD. Ooh, that's nice. I should have washed it minor purse. Yeah, this one is moving pretty good. Yeah, last one is I have not looked at the USD. Actually, I have not even looked at the USD, but this one is moving pretty good. Right, this one has a higher peak range. Yeah, definitely has a very wide peak range on that. Okay, let's do a top-down approach on that. Let's see daily time frame. Okay, nice trend line. The price tested the trend line. Where the heck you are going now? Okay, support level. Long time frame looking good. Okay, this one could be a very good potential for the trade. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. Okay, this one looking good. 74, 70 zone. Too late to jump in now. Okay. Running to 1732. 732. 732. That's a bit early to say it. That's very early to say it. 732 is down at where is it? Yeah, 732. No, it's too far away. That's a bit too far away. I mean, it could be running down that way, but it's a bit early to say it. $7,382 though. That could be a first. We can split this one in terms of the targets. So first one could be 173. So we can use this daily. 173.80. That could be the first target. So this is a wide. This one has a very wide pip range. So if you see like a lot of pips out of it, for instance, 732 is about 80 or 90 pips, and then after that they could be down to that 73. Let me see this one. Okay, we do have some resistance. Like 7,350, 7,320. Okay, that's a bit further down. More like 7,340 or 50. But certainly this one can have a multiple targets. Okay, so the way I'm going to approach this. Okay, so the way we're going to approach this one is, first of all, we do want the 4-hourly candle. We want that 4-hour candle to close. So ideally, it will close how we are seeing right now. So that will be the first sign that we can jump into the sell side, and hopefully it's going to have a retracement. So this 4-hour candle is going to close in about 50 minutes, so less than an hour to go. It does look good in terms of 1 hour time frame. It's pushing it down pretty aggressively. but again, the 4-hour time frames plays a big role. So this can come all the way up here, and leave this damn tail, which we do not want in any circumstances. So that's why we want to wait for this 4-hourly candle to close. It's only less than an hour to go, so I can live with that, so to speak. And as I said, the first target could be at 73.80. Okay, I'm gonna monitor this one pretty. Okay, let's see in terms of the stop losses and how it's gonna work out. 7485. Okay, this one's gonna need at the very minimum 30 pips. 5 maybe. Okay, this one's gonna need a minimum 30 pips, very minimum. But as I said, the first one we're gonna wait the 4-hourly candle to close. I'm just afraid if we're gonna leave the below candle, then it just could be that the price will continue to go up, because on a daily time frame yesterday we had this nice bullish up bar, so we can just have a follow through and let the price it just means that the price can just could have been just a pullback, so the price came down to this lows, so we have the small low in here, and then before it continues to shoot up. So we want to minimize that chance by waiting for the 4-hour candle to close. So we're gonna wait for this 4-hour candle to close, and after it closed nicely bearish, then we're gonna look for a little retracement, and then we're gonna get onto the short side. In this case, in terms of the retracement, where the price is for now, the obvious entry is gonna be at around 174.85 zone. So we're gonna take this in terms of this area around this, so this highs. So what we got this highs, and we have this highs. It's almost around the same level, 85.89 zone. So that will be our first entry. But first of all, we have to wait this. We have to do this bearish candle. We have to wait that candle first. Also, very depends how it's going to close. If it's going to continue to fall and it's going to close somewhere down here, then this entry would not be good for this one. Was it this one? Was it this one? Yeah, it was. Yeah, so this entry will not be good. So we might need to readjust and take the different entry, for example, this entry. So I don't want to mislead you guys and just say, but for now, as I said, for now I'm waiting for the potential entry is going to be at 174.85. 174.85 up to this level, 85 with a 35 pip stop loss. 30 or 35 you can decide by yourself. So we're going to place our stop losses about 175.20 zone. So we're going to be up to this level. So that's 35 pips, and the target's going to be down at 173.80 zone. So that gives us what? If we get into an 85 to 80, 105 pips with a 35 pip stop. So that gives us a good 1 to, was it? Just over 1 to 2, 1 to 2.5. 1 to 2.5, so the score is very good on that one. And yeah, if it's going to start breaking down. Okay, so the price tested this. Price tested this 1 hourly low. It's having a reaction on it, 1 hourly low. So 74.50, let me think. 74.50, 30 pips. There could be a breakout. Could be a breakout trade as well. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to write the levels down, but keep that in mind that make sure you wait for the close of this this 4-hourly candle. And also depends how it's going to close. Okay, let me write down the levels on this. 174.85 is the entry. Oh, Izat. Hello, Izat. Hi, first time here. So welcome back to the live Forex. Does it trade live? Yes, I do trade live. If I see the opportunity, then I will be trading live. So this is the live Forex, so you can take the trade with me. But if there is, if we have to wait this certain level, like for example what I'm talking about on the euro against New Zealand dollar, then in this case we have to wait for this 4-hourly candle to close, which is not gonna do in which is not going to happen in another 45 minutes. So in this case, I can't really trade this one because we have to wait for this install. But if I see the opportunity and I'm going to take the trade, then I will be doing it on live. So let me write the levels. So it's a euro, oops, caps lock, euro NZD. The type is sell. So you can also follow me on the Discord channel as well. So that's why I put the trades I take. So I mentioned it on my Discord channel. They're all free. So yeah. So what about entry? Just the time when you just go blank. So 174. Okay, now it's coming. Wait. 74, 85, let's put it 85, 174, 85. Stop loss on that one, we need 35 pips because we can't get away with tighter stop loss than that one. And the target, this is more like a, I don't even know, could be like a day trade in a way. Semi-swing to the day trade, call it that way. The pip range is quite wide, but that one covers a lot of ground because it has higher volatility than the, for instance, the euro against the USD. The target is 173, 85 or 80. Let me see. Because this one's gonna have a wider spread. So we need to keep that also in mind. Okay, 173.80. Let's put it 85. That's better than 80. Let's put it 85. So we need to keep that in mind. The spreads too. 173.85. Okay, so this one are the stats on the euro NZD. But guys, please make sure that you wait for. No, hey. Excuse me. My battery. Yeah, so please make sure that you wait for a 4-hourly candle to close. That's very, very important. And the requirement on that one is the price, this 4-hourly candle. So this one will be seeing at the moment. Thank you, bye. Make sure that it's not gonna cut in the middle of the live stream. Okay, we're good. We've got the supply. So yeah, so we have to wait for this 4-hourly candle to close, and it has to close as a nice bearish candle. So with the minimal tail. So if this one's gonna put this kind of tail, it's okay. But if the price is gonna come up all the way up to this way, and then we're gonna have this long tail, then the trade I mentioned on the chart, it will be not valid anymore. So we have to wait that one first. And also the other thing we need to keep in mind, I don't think you're gonna have time for this one to wait. But if this one's gonna go further down, if it's gonna have a further fall, then this entry also might not be valid. but I don't think I'm going to be here on the live. However, I will be on the Discord channel, so you can follow me on my Discord channel, which the link is in the description, as well as on the chat. So if you want to do that, then I will update it on the Discord channel. For now, on this one I'm looking right now. So this one, Euro, the Usdcad as well as Euro USD. These ones are on a waiting list, but this one looking pretty good. So thanks for Saish. I didn't even look at the Nzdusd. I didn't know, so he just pointed out because this one is moving quite a bit. So that's good. We need that movement. So it's not long to go in terms of like 40 minutes before this 4 hours close. So we will see. And again, to mention, please wait for that 4 hour candle to close. Do not take trades before this 4 hour is closed. So in case within this 40 minutes, if the price comes up to this the entry level which we just mentioned, which is 74.85, then we don't want that to that. So we have to wait this 4 hour to close. Okay, so hopefully that answers the questions. Euro looks similar. I think all the Euro trades. Let's have a look at Euro. Yeah, similar. They generally have tiny differences. Let me see if I can spot them. Because sometimes they could look very similar, but they do have sometimes these small differences. No, they could have a small differences, which in terms of the maybe in terms of the setup, you might prefer it. So it happened to me a number of times already, which they do look like similar-ish, but okay. Yeah, like in terms of this one, like they do look pretty similar, but in terms of the daily time frame, it's not. Or ish maybe. Does it have that? Yeah, it does have that. Oh no, okay, no, it does not have the bar. Yeah, I like this one more. Euro NZD more in terms of the target. They are equally aligned in here rather in here. Actually, they are equally aligned. Wait, what is it? Let's go into the analysis. Which one I like more and why? Okay, let's go to this. So we are squeezing through this. Let's go to 4 hour time frame. $6.70 I can see the difference in terms of the candles, which is like difficult to explain. Sometimes it's like, okay, why do I like this one? Euro NZD are like a bit better than the yeah, in terms of the highs, they look better. The flow of the candles are better looking than on the Euro against Aussie. They're like all kind of stick together on the Euro Aussie, and then yeah, they're not the clear highs. It's not very good in terms of like if we look at the Euro NZD, they have this nice, very nice flow of the candles. So it went up, made the high. So it did all this sort of nice flow in here. So I do like this one more than Euro against Aussie. So I would choose the Eurusd over the Eurusd in this case to trade off. Yeah, I believe they have a positive correlation as well. So if you're gonna pick the Eurusd in terms of the trading over the Eurusd, so just like pick one and don't trade both of them, because they do have a positive correlation, because they're both Euro and just the Aussie and NZD, and Aussie and NZD, they do have they move quite sort of similar way. So let's see. So I'm not going to comment on this one much in terms of the Euro Aussie. I want a 4-hour time frame instead. 73.85. Okay, the target is good. Okay, so we're gonna pick Euro NZD over the Euro Aussie, even though it's my favorite, one of my favorite currency pairs. It's yeah, in terms of the setup, it doesn't look as good as the Euro NZD. So I'm not gonna really comment much on the Euro Aussie. So we do have this. We do have this one. So it's about half an hour before this 4-hourly candle is closed. So yeah. So we are almost run out of time in terms of the live FX. So it's like a couple of minutes before this trading. That's live Forex. So I do this one 1.5 hours each session. Please guys, don't forget to smash the like on this video if you like it and all that. We discuss on Discord, bro. Yeah, we're gonna discuss it on the Discord channel. Not to worry. We have yeah. So the ones who has not joined the Discord channel, we discuss all the trades and trading related questions and etc. on the Discord channel. So cool. Yeah, and if you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe, and subscribe also on the YouTube as well as Discord, as well as yeah, all the other social medias. I do have posted everything on that. It's all in the description. All the infos are in the description on that. So yeah, we do this like this live Forex analysis Monday to Friday, 8 AM UK time. So every 5 days a week we are here and hitting the markets hard. At least trying to, until the market hit us back and yeah, put us on a knockout. Okay guys, so I will see some of you on the Discord channel, and some of you I'm gonna see you on the live Forex analysis, which is gonna be tomorrow. So we're gonna be back tomorrow at 8 AM UK time for another 1.5 hour session, and we're gonna be analyzing a bunch of currencies and looking for the potential entries, potential trades to take, and hopefully we're going to profit from that as well. And yeah, I do mention the trades I take on my Discord channel, which is in here, and a lot of other useful stuff, like it could be the article or it could be something else. So yeah, you can just join if you like to. So they are all free. Okay guys, have a great day. And oops, that was it. There was unfortunately no phone could not that. Right, exactly. Okay guys, have a great day, and I will see you on Discord or the live Forex analysis tomorrow 8 AM UK time. Bye bye for now, and big thank you to my lovely assistant Emily. She's here. She's behind the scene. Yeah, so okay, bye bye for now guys. Oops. All right.